Audiogox here. I can tell you that Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. Sucks. This is not just me being angry because Rocksteady could have easily made a new Arkham style game involving the Justice League and Suicide Squad in an Arkham style game. I am angry about that, but it's not just that. It's lots of other things. But the main thing is, this game sucks. Right? You can say no, it doesn't. Cite some little things, and they might not suck, but overall, this game sucks. Now, let's go over uh, what makes this game suck. Uh, yeah, as you can see, I have one of the suckiest moments in the whole entire game right here. And I will talk about that when I get to it. But let's say it starts suck long before this. Insult. Let's get on to why it sucks. Basically, there's two reasons. Three reasons why it sucks. Number one, the gameplay. Number two, the story. And number three, the characters. That's part of the story, but still, characters, let's focus on the story because the story will actually help us gradually get into the gameplay. Obviously, this is a spoiler-filled one. Obviously, it's spoiler-filled. If you can, basically, you all start off. The game starts off. After watching, I watched an 8-hour live stream video of Suicide Squad being played, and I saw all the cutscenes. It's a 3-hour cutscene movie. I saw all the cutscenes. Also saw the cutscenes before I saw the cutscene 3-hour cutscene movie. So I can have confidence this game sucks. But anyway, here's how it goes. You start off in Arkham. You see the Suicide Squad members: Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Captain Boomerang, and King Shark hanging out. They say strapped to gurneys, and the Amanda Waller is saying, "Yeah, hey, look, so defective. Hey, look, here's a weapon. If you stab your opponent in the neck with it, it'll kill them. So yeah, whoever basically, the last one standing wins. Will get their freedom and stuff. So here you go. Puts it in the room, puts it on the table in the room with him, and then they basically all scramble for it. And actually, that was a really fun scene. It was a really fun scene where you see all these silly characters how they basically playing around, stab each other in the neck with this thing, and basically it turns out, of course, it was a bomb insert. It was a bomb depositing device, not a and whatnot, not an actual killing device at all. So then, when they figure that out, and then it's too late. They already have bombs in their necks, and then Amanda Waller electrocutes them until they fall over. They wake up again, armed with weapons, armed with guns, and inside a train. They talk for a little bit, and then the train crashes, and then they get instructions from Amanda Waller telling them what to do. And then comes a part of the Justice League of the game that is kind of makes put for salt in the wound because we get to go see the Justice League Museum. The Hall of Justice, where the Justice League are hanging out, and they're acting like they're supposed to act. Superman is, they're all larger than in holograms. They're larger than life, and Superman is being like, "Hey kids, welcome to the Hall of Justice. This is where I live. I'll let you in on a little secret. I'm not even from this planet." And I'm like, "Oh, I could just have this Superman. Why can't we just have them? We could just play as them. Come on, guys." You gotta figure this stuff out. And so we see Batman saying, "Yeah, you're on the Bat Pod." Things like a Bat Pod. It's kind of like your backpacks, if your backpacks were. made with state of the art, cutting edge technology, stealth technology and whatnot. Woman talking about her weapons, and how why she fights, and Green Lantern talking about his lantern ring and stuff, and Flash talking about how awesome and fast he is, and it was just like so good. It was so good to see them all. But then we get to a part that's really weird. Um, what's the name? The Suicide Squad can't members are somehow able to get actual working devices from a display case in the wall. That's you can just shoot through with regular bullets. That's really weird because here's the problem. You know, those are actual things. Those things can actually, endanger people's lives. The Speed Force Gauntlet definitely can make people run fast like Flash. Uh, the bat, perfectly operable bat drone and bat, claw grappling hook thing, again, it can definitely cause problems to someone if they're not careful. The jetpack, of course, can also cause problems too. And, like there could be better ways for them to get that. Better ways for things to be done. You'll see that as we continue on as I continue on talking about this stuff. Let's see here. So let's see what I'm next. Um, So yeah, they get these things that show off that now they can jump. Basically, they can jump while playing as them. And they have guns, so they can jump and shoot. And so they go through. Then basically they get to the end. They're told by Waller to go find this one place, and so they jump and shoot their way over there. And that's the gameplay style. That's the gameplay loop. The gameplay, the cutscenes are the best part of the game, but the gameplay is the worst part of the game because, especially for a legendary developer like Rocksteady, who used to make games where you played as Batman, and you were able to. Okay, so let's see here. Let's put a scenario in place for you. Batman Arkham City, in one word. You play as Batman. You basically glide and grappling hook your way through the city, and then you can see a group of goons on the ground. Standing around on the ground, like 5 or 6 goons. You can be like, "Oh, I'm gonna fight these goons." So you basically have Batman glide kick into one of the goons, knock him down. Then you fight all the goons. You're basically punching, turning, punching, kicking. Basically grabbing, throwing. Punching one guy. The other guy tries to punch him. He counters that. Punches the other guy, knocks him away. Keeps punching the first guy. Another guy comes in, tries to do it. And eventually you get him the last hit. You see the guy basically, Batman do a big hit, do a big swing and hit the guy, and the guy like falls over slow motion, lands on the ground, and then the music swells, and you get your experience points and stuff, and the bats and things, and it's like da 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 da, yeah, you win, it's great, you know yeah, that's satisfying gameplay. Someone decided to say that the gameplay in Suicide Squad is satisfying. It's not. It's jumping and shooting. Basically, jumping and shooting. Harley Quinn uses the bat drone and grappling hook to swing around and shoot. Basically, jumping and shooting. Captain Boomerang uses the Speed Force Gauntlet and his boomerang to jump around run around. And then shoot things. Deadshot flies around, uses his wrist cannons and guns to shoot at things, and King Shark uses his gun. Uses his, I guess, swimming powers, his flying swimming powers, Atlantean flying powers to be able to jump shoot. Now, King Shark's powers make some kind of sense because basically they are um basically I saw in the Aquaman movie how William Defoe's character trained Aquaman to help him learn how to use his Aquaman powers in the water. And one thing they could do, the Atlanteans could do, is the hydrokinesis. Basically, you manipulate water, and one of the basic things they could do is shoot themselves through it really fast. So I'm thinking maybe you could say that King Shark's mastery of that skill also can lead to him actually shooting himself through the air a little bit. So him flying is not flying a bit is not that bad. I don't have a problem with that. What I do have a problem with is Boomerang using guns. Again, King Shark using guns. They should not be using guns. Either of them. Harley Quinn can use a gun. She'd be like a hand cannon. She should basically use as a finishing move, or as an option. Have an option of that, or have an option of her getting close and using her mallet and bats, mallets and bats and whatnot. Deadshot should be the only one that actually uses guns, and that should be it. They just give everybody guns because it's cheap. That's what's going on here. It's a cheap. It's cheaper to give everyone guns and let them shoot. That sucks. Anyway, so basically, then you do all this stuff. You then there was shooting. Yeah. I mean, if someone actually was saying, "Oh no, yeah, Hero Comics," it's not just jumping and shooting. There's other stuff too. So I was like, and I was like, okay, that made me think of a comment I heard a while ago when I read a while ago when someone said that part where Batman came in, Batman when they fought Batman and Batman took them all down, it was crazy, and I was just like, huh, you know, that's interesting. Here's the deal. Basically, Batman. I'm thinking maybe they're doing some kind of Arkham thing, a little bit callback to the Arkham style, have our characters in like an arena, like in the Arkham games, and then have Batman just be, and you basically are trying to survive, and you're trying to shoot around, you have your gun, you run around, and Batman will basically appear and grab your guy and take him down, and be like, and stuff like that. And in some ways, that does happen in this game, and it's one of the best, in my opinion, one of the best parts of the game. But it's not necessarily as good as it could have been. But here's the deal: when you get to a section like this, you don't jump and shoot. You lumber and shoot. Lumber around and shoot. That's what you do. And there's a reason for it. You're inside a building. You're inside a building instead of outside, so you don't have verticality. Also, they say stuff like, "Oh no," hard to say stuff. No, you must use some sort of jammer on us or something. So I'm like, okay, there's legitimate reason for that happening. Batman takes them all down. Batman. Okay, first of all, they fight the Flash. They basically see the Flash and Green Lantern. Green Lantern grabs them and shows them what's going on, what Brainiac is doing to the citizens of Metropolis, and basically the Flash comes and interrupts him, but then during the fight he's wounded. Suicide Squad are able to grab the Flash, and take him into a building, and this is one of my favorite parts. You see, King Shark says something to the effect of, "We gotta get out of here. We gotta find a back entrance." And then Harley Quinn says, "That's the dirty movie I ever saw." And turns around and swings, and punch it hits something, but it turns out she thinks it's Batman, but it's actually a cardboard cutout of Batman. And she's like. She's like looked at it and it's like, you stay right there, pal, and then walks off. Then you have Captain Boomerang basically, trying to be alone with the Flash to basically hate on him, and during his yelling at him and being like, "Look at this boomerang, I'm gonna get you there, I'm gonna get you," and then he actually cuts off Flash's thumb, and I'm just like, okay, that's not cool. But then basically, they're trying to find a back entrance. All of a sudden, Stead starts to then you see a guard get swooped, police officer run into view, and then get scooped up by Batman. Then you hear something bad happening to him, and he falls to the ground dead. Now, the first commercial, the first time they showed this moment was you probably just saw the guard, fall to the ground, and it sounded like he's still alive. Batman then jumped down on the ground. Oh yeah, Harley was then yelled to the guard, "Are you okay?" And then Batman jumped down to the ground with a detonator-looking thing in his hand, and then it faded to black, and then it cut to black, and you hear Kevin Conroy say, "I am vengeance, I am the night, I am Batman," and then it's like, yeah, it says, "Thanks, Kevin." I'm like, back then I was like, oh yeah, these guys are cool. I like these guys. They've honored Kevin. They honored him. After seeing this cutscene right here, they have dishonored him. Dishonored. It's not cool. It's not cool. But we'll get to that when we get to that. Anyway, so. Yeah, but the real actual scene involved Batman actually killing people, killing two police officers. Another one gets a batarang stuck in her neck, and she falls over it. So much, yeah, stuck in her neck. So then, You know, you have your scene where everybody lumbers around, he gets beat up, gets knocked out. And I'm like, yeah, that's how it would actually work. Suicide Squad would stand no chance against the Justice League. Batman, as awesome as he is the weakest member of the Justice League. So, it won't work. Sorry. So, yeah, basically, then Batman's like, yeah, Brainiac, I found the Flash and these four these four insurgents. I'm like, okay. He's like, oh, bring them back. First, let their corpses, scare, so there's strike fear into anyone who would go against your rule or something like that. And he pulls out a gun. He's going to use a gun on him. I'm like, okay, this is not fun. Him using a gun sucks, but he's being controlled by Brainiac. And as I found out, as I watched through this the cutscene movie, an 8-hour live stream video, when Brainiac infects someone in this game, they become weak and dumb. That basically makes this all work. Okay, become weak and dumb. So Batman, being weak and dumb, was about to shoot Harley Quinn in the face, and then Flash is able to speed up enough to knock the bullet away, which causes Batman to beat the heck out of him like he beat the heck out of Joker in Arkham Origins. Thankfully, Brainiac stops him before he can kill Flash, and then they transport away. But in my opinion, Batman could have easily been like, "Oh yeah, okay, Flash is now unconscious. Battering, 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 battering. Bang, 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 bang. Gun, 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 gun. Easy, done. So I did. That would have been an interesting thing if that had happened. And it'd been like, okay, game over, psych. And now you play as different characters. But no. I would have been a dark ending, dark type of thing. But yeah, rather that kind of dark than the kind we get here. But anyway, so Batman, because he's weak and dumb, decides not to finish off the Suicide Squad and just take Flash and teleport away to get him brainwashed to work for Brainiac. The Suicide Squad jumping, talk about what's happened. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Yeah. The Suicide Squad talk about what happened, uh, and while they are jumping and shooting, to go, figure out what to do with it. They find Amanda Waller, they find Poison Ivy, they find Penguin, they find the Gizmo and the Toy Man and whatnot. And they jump and shoot all over the place. While doing that, and then basically you have evil Flash trying to and Lex Luthor, and basically Flash, of course, being infected by Brainiac, is weak and dumb. So he basically, instead of being like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna run through everyone, I can run at super speed, I just run through everyone, or just like run up to everyone and punch them, with all that speed I have, I can just send them flying, they'll die. Send them flying, hit them with the infinite mass punches, super quick or whatever. Instead he just makes tornadoes, and it's like really creepy, and it's just like, ooh, I'm fast, and it's just like, and eventually he kills Lex. And they fight. They shoot at Flash, who's again doing stupid stuff like standing still, making tornadoes so he can get shot, and eventually he dies. Green Lantern, uses his powers to become a giant Green Lantern and fight with the Justice League, and he stands around and gets shot at because, again, that's all they can do. They can only jump and shoot, so he has them stay. Floating around and getting shot is what they can do, and they do. So they float around and get shot. And I'm like, okay, no. I'm thinking, I thought about how angry Joe would react when he saw Superman's death. We'll talk about it later. Anyway, and basically, he goes through all this. Basically, Green Lantern gets killed by Deadshot, Black Deadshot. I don't know what the heck's going on with Black Deadshot. And Green Lantern. There's no real setup for it. Apparently they know each other. Weird. Anyway, so Green Lantern being infected by Brainiac makes him stupid and dumb. Makes him weak and dumb, so he gets killed. Flash being infected by Green Lantern makes him, which makes him weak and dumb. Gets killed by the, Justice. Gets killed as well. and then they go for okay, Wonder Woman is epic as heck. I liked that. I like that. I really hoped she would basically she and the Suicide Squad would work together because there was she's really strong. She's the second strongest I think of the Justice League. Superman's the only one stronger than she is. So yeah, she and the Suicide Squad should work together. And there was one moment that they could have. You see, uh, basically Wonder Woman and Superman fight. Okay, and I'm like seeing this, and it's like the Suicide Squad is just watching. There's issues here. When it comes to certain people fighting, I was like, okay, Suicide Squad is watching a lot. When Green Lantern and the Flash fought, they kind of just watch. But in that case, I can understand it because Flash is moving super fast. You can't do anything to him. Green Lantern is, but yeah, they could actually show Green Lantern then. Flash has distracted them. But again, they're just watching. Then with Wonder Woman and Superman, the same thing. Wonder Woman is knocking Superman around, Superman knocking her around. There's one part where, at least a few parts where Wonder Woman basically gets the advantage. Is able to actually, tackle Superman to the ground or something, and hold him there and try to knock him out. I'm like, shoot him. Shoot him with bullets. Shoot him. They won't work, but at the very least, they'll distract Superman. They'll distract Superman long enough for Wonder Woman to get some hits in, and weaken him. They just stood there until finally one time I think Boomerang threw a boomerang at Superman, hit him in the head when he was about to kill Wonder Woman. And of course, they didn't do much. She basically Harley's like, yeah, that's our friend. And he's like, yeah, whatever. Like eye lasers, dead. Boy, oh crap! If it stabbed a kryptonite, boy, flies off. Like, you guys just stood there. You guys just stood there. And then of course we get to the greatest indignity of them all. Yeah, this picture here. After a lot more jumping and shooting and whatnot of these generic alien henchmen that are not nearly as good as the goons in Xbox 360 in the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 game. We get another time where basically Batman, where they basically fight Batman, thanks to the help of Child Poison Ivy and Gizmo. They're able to get into the Batcave. And they have there's a holographic projection of Batman and he's talking about stuff. They're fast forwarding stuff. Like I like to fast forward through the gameplay of this game. And finally, they experience the fear toxin. They start smelling the fear, started getting hit on the fear toxin. But then they have to lumber around and shoot at things. They shoot for a while longer, for a bit, to flip switches to basically put more to make a new fear gas. Okay, and here's how it goes. Each character he's told by Harley Quinn to mix up a new thing of strain of fear gas and release it. Hopefully it'll mess up the other fear gas and Batman and stuff and Batman's. And basically you lumber around as each character. And there's like statues of Batman hanging out, and every now and then a bat made of fire or something will start coming toward your guy, and you shoot him, and then you do all kinds of other stuff, like that. You do stuff like that. You hit the switches, you hear Batman talking, you hear hallucinations of other things. These are the best parts of the game. These are the best parts of the game because it's all cerebral and awesome and amazing. And it's just like you're seeing everyone. They're talking. Everyone's talking about their past and the different things going on with them and stuff, and it's great. It was great, except for the fact that you just lumber around and shoot. Anyway, eventually, of course. Everyone's able to, basically the gas is released, and then it looks like the Batman wins, but then Harley's like, I made a new strain of fear gas. Like Jonathan Crane helped me figure out how to make a new strain of fear gas. That messes you up too. So then you fight a giant fiery Batman on a flat plane. Basically a giant fiery Batman. His head and his arms swinging around, and you shoot him. And and he's basically Iblis Batman. Iblis from Sonic 2006 as Batman. You know, he just swings at you guys and it's like, I'm gonna get you. You know, how long can you last against me? You know, and it's like, no. You beat him. He's like, no. If you shoot enough bullets into him, he's like, no. And then you just see him, his unconscious body just lying there, and they carry him to some dude who says he's Lex Luthor, but looks a lot more like the guy whose head blew up. You know, earlier in the game, that was kind of a fun scene. After his head blew up, you know, Amanda Waller's covered in blood and freaking out and smashing stuff, smashing the thing that can help remove the machine that can help remove the bombs out of people's heads or something like that. And I'm like, just like, that was a kind of a fun scene, but yeah, still, the guy's head blew up. You know, still. So then, you know, you take him over to that guy, and he's like, yeah, I with Batman, if I can, you know, basically, um, you know, get Batman. You give me Batman, I can try to make something that can, you know, kill Superman. You know, if I basically, I guess Brainiac cells are inside both of them or whatever. And I'm just like, yeah, there's no way that something that comes from a normal human being can kill Superman. There's no way. But I guess it's Brainiac stuff that they go after, which would make sense. But yeah, I'm thinking, couldn't you find like, you know, there's always like, so okay, they finish that. Batman actually says, it has a insulting moment here where he basically is like, "Oh, I am vengeance. I am the no." The procedure starts, and the guy's getting, you know, basically, you know, the procedure's starting. He's like, "I am the no." I'm like, yeah, being stabbed. I'm like, ugh. Then afterward, they basically take him to a bench. We get to this moment here. Weak, dumb Batman is just trash talking just the Suicide Squad. He's under control of Brainiac, and he's saying, "Yeah, you don't know way you're gonna meet anybody. You're gonna die. Superman gonna kill you, and stuff like that." You know, and I'm just like, why are we out here on this bench? Why can't we go to like Waller's or back to LexCorp or whatever? See if we can try to use him to find a cure for Brainiac's infection or whatever. You know, and then Harley Quinn says something to the effect, yeah, basically, it's, you know, whatever, man. You know, you're gonna say, you know, whatever, we know you're gonna say, you know, I'm not bright, you know, Deadshot's got parenting issues, you know, boomerangs and boomerangs, you're never gonna amount to anything, you know, Shark Dude's just a monster, you know, whatever. So what, you know, it's our turn now, basically, it's our turn to save the world, man, you know, something like that. It's our turn to save the world stuff, and says all kinds of stuff like that. He's like, never thought it would be me, huh? Never thought I'd get the last laugh, huh? You know, he's like, "Are you done with your little comedy routine? You know, little stand-up routine?" She basically says, "Well, yeah, almost, but you gotta go out. It's your best. You know, you gotta make sure to go out. You know, hit him hard with your last joke, you know, or something like that." Then points a gun at his head, points a gun at him, and shoots. Batman falls over, dead. And I'm just like, there are a lot of better ways if you wanted to kill him off. There are a lot of better ways for you to do that. Former, new Rocksteady, you know. You could have sacrificed himself to try to stop Superman, to help you beat Superman. You could have helped him, used him to help make the cure, you know, and you didn't have to kill him off, you know. There's just so many things you could have done other than killing him. But I think I know what's going on here. Going on here. Basically, they were trying to make a statement. Okay, they were saying, yeah, the new people involved in Super of Rocksteady. Okay, for those that don't know, may not know, the original creators of Rocksteady, who made the Arkham games, some of the best games of generations of games, created games ever, best games of generations again, whatever, best games of some of the past generations, some of the best ones. They left the studio. They left the studio and some other people went with them, and I can understand why now, because they were forced to make a game that sucks. Yeah, this one here, and basically They're just saying stuff like, "Yeah, we're gonna go our own way. We're gonna make our own games, do our own things. We don't need to do the Batman Arkham style games no more." And I'm like, yeah, this is like when a kid gets about mid-teens, maybe a little later teens, starts to try to rebel against his parents a bit, his or her parents a bit. It's like, yeah, I'm all grown up now. I'm gonna, get a tattoo or get a piercing or cut my hair weird, or basically I'm gonna go to this place that my parents said not to go to. Yeah, I'm all grown up. It's like, it's not being grown up. It's being uh, ignorant. It's being just rebellious and mean, spirited, and kind of dumb, kind of ignorant, kind of just just messing up. It's kind of wrong. It's That's basically what's going on here. That's basically what this was. Because not only did they say basically we're not gonna do the thing that basically we're no longer doing the stuff that made us popular and actually made us the giant multi-million-dollar company we are today. They're hating on Kevin. Kev basically disrespected Kevin. This is his last role. This is his last voice role before he died, and you just shoot him in the face. Shoot him in the face. In my opinion, that was one of the most messed up things ever. But I just recently commented. I said when Harley shot Batman, it was like Rocksteady was pointing a gun at their own face. Because it's like, no, it's basically like, yeah, we're gonna not do the thing that made us popular, made us actually a company that people want to buy games from. How about that? I'm thinking, okay, what's left? What are we gonna do then? Now, more jumping and shooting, more lumbering and shooting, That's the issue. We never saw the lumbering and shooting, in the advertisements. We always saw the jumping and shooting and the cutscenes. That's what we would see. That was the best that they had. That's what they showed. And to just be like, yeah, screw this, style of gameplay. That's actually pretty awesome. We could actually learn a lot from it. It's just a big slap in the face. Big middle finger to everyone. I'm just like, yeah, maybe it was a middle finger to people who left you, but still, it's a middle finger to us too. So we'll leave you. Perpetual stuff. Perpetual motion type stuff. It's not cool. So yeah, that sucks. In my opinion, Batman should not have even been affected. By the stuff. He should have been retired, and therefore Brainiac would not have even been like, "Oh yeah, that guy's not. No, Batman's gone. Batman died. I saw on the news. I read on the internet. Batman died. So yeah, I don't. Now who cares about Batman? Let's get to the rest of the Justice League. Batman can then come out of retirement to help grudgingly help the Suicide Squad, especially Harley, to fight against Brainiac and friends. And if they don't even want to do Batman style gameplay, then just have Batman just be, voice in the ear, talking about stuff. Maybe provide armor and weapons for the Suicide Squad or whatever. But it's to just be like, no, you take all, screw all this stuff. Just like, ugh, so insulting. And then we continue on with more insults because after Batman is needlessly killed, Superman sees this and is like, well, one of the greatest heroes of all time, killed by the likes of you. And I'm like, okay, just eye laser them, please. Eye laser them to ashes. Yeah, thank you. Just do that. Yep. Handle that business. And he's like, he doesn't eye laser them to ashes. He just, they throw a boomerang of gold kryptonite at him. He grabs it, lasers it. There's a joke, but they'll talk about, maybe this stuff will hurt you. And he's like, why is laser it? Blows it up. Then we have our boss fight with Superman, and it's one of the saddest boss fights. No, it's not. It is a pretty sad boss fight. It is a sad boss fight. It's basically Superman flying around the setting in places and hovering in place as you shoot him. Basically, that's what you do. And eventually he falls over. He shoots his eye lasers up in the air. not at the Suicide Squad, which makes no sense because he would most likely shoot his eye lasers at the Suicide Squad and disintegrate them. Okay, what the heck? But because, of course, he's infected with Brainiac's infection, he is weak and dumb. So Superman dies because he was weakened by gold kryptonite, I guess. By the gold kryptonite, it weakened him enough so that bullets could hurt him. And so that's Suicide Squad. Yeah, killed the Justice. They had Suicide Squad have killed members of the Justice League, which would never actually happen. Never actually, really. But in this game, all bets are off. It might have also, yeah, it's just not right. It's just not right at all. So then it's like, let's go fight Brainiac. I'm like, okay, here's the big deal. The Justice League would annihilate you fools. But they're on the side of good, so they're supposed to be on the side of good. So most likely they would not. Normally controlled by Brainiac, they would annihilate you fools because they can be controlled by Brainiac. But because of plot contrivance and whatnot, you somehow were able to survive them. Brainiac has been a threat to the entire Justice League before. Like he's basically, truly, an Avengers level threat. You need several superheroes to defeat this guy. And you're talking one superhero character, basically. One character with superpowers. And three humans with guns. Or defeat this guy. And they do. They defeat Brainiac. Eventually. At least our world's Brainiac. One world Brainiac. There's more Brainiacs in other worlds. That's how they introduced the Elseworlds. And it's just like, yeah. Well, let's go fight other Brainiacs and stuff. I made 2 endings of my own. Okay. The first one I typed in as an ending was, Harley Quinn wakes up in her cell in Arkham and says, guess it was all a dream. And goes back to sleep. Good night. And goes back to sleep. Batman's still alive. Everybody else still alive. Not controlled by Brainiac. I was like, yeah, that was a nice idea. The other ending was Brainiac saying, "Wow, you defeated my clones of the Justice League, and a clone of myself," because he could do that easily. And then he could say, next time, I guess I'll have to try giving them 2% power, 2% of the power of the Justice League, instead of just 1%. Yep. Till next time, that would have been nice too, because they'd be like, okay, yes, Batman was killed, but it was a clone. Stupid, dumb, weak clone. The real Batman may be alive out there, or something. Maybe alive out there. The Superman may be alive out there. The real Wonder Woman may be alive out there. The real Flash may be alive out there. The real Green Lantern may be alive out there somewhere. Just so many different things that could have been done way better. In my next video, I will talk about how we could fix. Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. To make it actually a good game. It's not a good game. As I said before, it sucks. The gameplay sucks. The story sucks. Okay? The characters suck. Okay. But the cutscenes were okay. They looked pretty good. See 4K Ultra HD right there? Yeah. They looked good. The cutscenes looked great. What was happening in them sucked. And it's like, what are you going to do? Okay. You see cutscenes that suck. And then you're going to jump and shoot. So you can see more cutscenes. That may or may not suck. And it's like they want you to continue to do that. Go to level 30. Go to level 30. More things are going to unlock to level 30. They're saying, you want the Bane gun, you want the Black Mask gun, you want all kinds of different armor sets and things. Yeah, keep playing the game. Some people actually were saying, when someone said saw the game, how the gameplay was, they were saying. The first people were saying this gameplay looks like it sucks. They were saying, well, you haven't never played it. You haven't played it. Then someone who played the game was like, this gameplay sucks. So it's like, you didn't play it long enough. You need to play it for longer. I'm like, wait, no. See, that's how they get you. You play it They want you to keep on playing it. They're trying to string you along. That's the life service aspect right there. They want to keep you playing, so they string you along, so they can be like, "Oh yeah, no, more's coming, more's coming." So just keep playing the game, keep playing the game. Hey, you want to buy this? Yeah, come on, more's coming. Hey, you want to buy this? They want to keep you stringing along. They'll finally, you get, more stuff comes in, but yeah, it's gonna take a while because, of course, life service games are almost always slap together affairs. They're puddle thin, paper thin. And it's just like you got, I'm exaggerating here, but it's basically you get one character, one weapon, one armor set. And they're all, of course, it's the worst. And it's like you want better weapons, better armor, better characters. Keep playing the game, keep spending the money. Games like these tick me off. And of course, then here's the issue: the story. Okay, we did have a kind of a beginning, middle, and end here. I didn't think we were going to have one because it's a light source game, but we did have a beginning, middle, and end. The beginning was actually kind of fun. There's a lot of potential in this game. The middle, all that stuff happened that ruined that potential. And the end, basically, is like, yeah, let's continue doing stuff. Continue jumping and shooting. Yeah, continue jumping and shooting. Yeah, for more cutscenes. Or crap, bad stuff, or stupid stuff may happen again. Just it's just not good. The game sucks. You can say I'm a hater. Go ahead, but the game sucks. Yeah, this scene here confirms it. They say all the Justice League deaths confirm it. Green Lantern confirms it. Flash confirms it. Wonder Woman confirms it. Batman confirms it. Definitely Batman. And Superman confirms it. It sucks. It's great. It sounds good. Looks good and sounds good. That's basically it for the game. Looks good because it's 4K Ultra HD. It sounds good because you got Tara Strong and the girl lady who was the Jedi lady on Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order and stuff. She's there, and there's all kinds of other people there. They're all, they're fun, and Kevin, of course, Kevin in there as well. That was awesome. But other than that, the game sucks. Straight up sucks. It's doomed. It is doomed. I'm looking forward to seeing what the people who left Rocksteady, not Rockstar, Rocksteady, are going to make. And hopefully it's very Batman Arkham. Doesn't even have to have Batman in it. But hopefully it's very Batman Arkham because I like that style of play. And I really hope, and yeah, it could be like last generation. Go a few generations ago if they have to, cut costs. Go back a few generations, make a game that can play on the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and just, make that game, make an Arkham City, Arkham Asylum style game, and that'll totally just destroy this one. All this Ultra HD, 4K, bullcrap. Basically not, will just basically pale in comparison to regular def, 720p, 30 frames a second, it'll just pale in comparison to it. Okay, this game is like I was thinking about this example. This game is like if you take if you like say a company like Lexus, who's known for luxury cars. Suddenly gets under new management, and they're like, okay, yeah, you know what, we're not going to be making luxury cars anymore. We're going to make a car. We're going to start making cars that are based off of the Geo Metro. Okay, we can do that. It's easy. It's a lot less cost for us. See, basically, it's a 3-cylinder engine. It's 0 to 60 in like 5 minutes. 100 horsepower. It's great. It'll be a lot less cost for us. Okay, yes. It's something you'll have to adapt to. Okay, and basically, it's definitely made of the cheapest parts possible, so it can break down a lot. It'll break down a lot, but we'll give you discounts on repair bills from the car breaking down. That's basically what they're doing here. Again, the life story is bullcrap, as well as the fact that the story sucks, the characters suck, and the gameplay sucks. you got the likes of stuff. Artificial need is being created as well. They're making artificial need. That's what they're doing. They're saying, yeah, no, yeah. Some people are actually trying to use that as defenses for this game. It's like, well, in this game, you get armor sets for free. You get this stuff for free. Like points for free. I'm like, there shouldn't be any points like that. Armor sets shouldn't. Being free shouldn't be a thing for armor. It should be a thing. It should be normal. In RPGs, it's normal. You go and basically start off with the worst armor, but then you attack, fight enemies till you get enough cash, in-game currency to go to an in-game store and buy better armor and weapons and whatnot. And of course, your character goes up levels as well. You know, but it's not. It's the things unlock, yes, but it's like new moves, new moves and things unlock. It's fun. You play the game, you just explore it to see what's going on with it. It's all there. It's not like, oh no, just play the game. We're bringing more in later. This is just season one. Don't worry, season two coming up. No. It's just so many issues with this game. This type of game, this game, and this type of game. You know, yeah. And another analogy I used, I think it was, I said, this is like if you had a fancy restaurant that was serving us filet mignon for years, but now the new management comes in and is like, what are you doing serving these people filet mignon? We're switching to tripe. It's cheaper and no one will notice, right? No one's going to notice that, right? That's going to, you toss a little bit of ground beef in there, and that'll help this guy help out a little bit too, but no. Mostly tripe, tripe, just like, it's just like, these people are just trying to go by money, not by actual making good games, because they're just like, yeah, they'll eat it up. The dumb masses won't know the difference. Dumb masses won't know the difference. Ignorant masses won't know the difference. They'll just, it's a game. See, like, no, we know the difference. Between a good game and a bad game. Okay, and they're gonna come at me with type. They're gonna say, no, this is a different kind of game. Well, yeah, it is. Inferior type of game, but also not a good game. Okay, even games of this kind are steps ahead of this one when it comes to gameplay. There have been other games that have done more stuff with with jumping and shooting than this game does. I'm sorry. For those who are just basically wanting this game to succeed, it's not going to succeed. It's going to fail because it sucks. It just sucks. Yeah. Watch it yourself. Play it for yourself, and then see. It sucks. Me, I'm very glad to be able to just take the time to just release that, just to send that out. So now it's been sent out. Now it's been basically released, sent out. I can now focus on how to fix this game that sucks. Make it a game that doesn't suck. Damn, that could actually be awesome. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Check me out on YouTube, DeviantArt. It's gonna take a while to make this new thing, because there's gonna be drawings. I'm gonna draw what I want to see, what I'd like to see in this game. That make it so it doesn't suck. See you guys next time. Check me out on YouTube, DeviantArt.